Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. As a master automotive technician, I gotta tell you, I get asked all the time about the best ways to upgrade a vehicle without, ruining that pristine, factory fresh feel. People want modern tech for sure. They want the security, but they absolutely dread the messy aftermath of aftermarket installations. Well, today we're looking at a system that completely rewrites the rules. It's the FITCAMX dashcam. We're going to see exactly how this brand completely bypasses the usual headaches of car electronics to deliver just the ultimate hassle-free vehicle upgrade. So let's get the shop open and dive right in.
So here's what we're looking at under the hood for today's consultation. We'll start with Section 1, the dashcam wiring problem. Then Section 2, the FITCAMX OEM advantage, followed by Section 3, perfect for professional drivers. Next up is Section 4, real drivers' success stories. And we'll wrap it all up with Section 5, everyday driving efficiency. Okay, let's get right into it. Section 1, the dashcam wiring problem and the headache of traditional installations. If you've ever tried to install a dashcam yourself or even paid someone else to do it, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Looking at this comparison, Side A outlines the traditional nightmare. Usually, you literally have to tear off your vehicle's A-pillar, which, by the way, is the structural pillar holding your windshield in place, just to route cables down to the car's fuse box. Or worse, you have this ugly wire just draping down your dashboard to plug into the cigarette lighter. But Side B? This is where FITCAMX changes the game entirely, with their real plug-and-play methodology. Instead of tearing your interior apart, FITCAMX draws power directly from the rearview mirror using hidden wiring. It's a simple plug-to-plug method. You completely bypass the fuse box, and you don't even touch the cigarette lighter. And that flows perfectly into Section 2, the FITCAMX OEM advantage. It's designed to look like it belongs. Because let's be honest, when you drop good money to upgrade your car, you do not want it looking cluttered. You want it to look like it rolled right off the showroom floor. So let's define what we mean here. OEM stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer. In our world, an OEM design perfectly replaces the original rearview mirror housing to look exactly like a factory-installed vehicle component. As a technician, there is literally nothing more satisfying than a clean, professional aesthetic. FITCAMX isn't just stuck to your windshield with a cheap suction cup. It actually integrates right into the plastic housing behind your mirror. And check this out, this list brilliantly illustrates how dedicated they are to this concept. This is not some cheap one-size-fits-all camera. They've built integrated dash cams specifically molded for a massive breadth of vehicles. Whether you're driving a Toyota Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma, a Volvo, a Polestar 2, Audi, BMW, or even a heavy-duty Ram truck like the 1500, 2500, or 3500, they have a specific housing for it. And the list just keeps going. Porsche, Lexus, Ford F-150s, the Mustang Mach-E, VW ID4 and Golf GTI, GMC Sierras, Land Rovers, Honda Civics, Mercedes-Benz. They've engineered world-class visual perceptual solutions that are literally tailor-made for your specific car's interior. All right, let's shift gears to Section 3, perfect for professional drivers, because this thing is built for the daily grind. If you drive for a living, your vehicle is your office, right? FITCAMX actually addresses this directly in their own resources, asking, why is FITCAMX the ultimate dashcam choice for Uber and Lyft drivers? It's a fantastic question, mostly because rideshare drivers put way more demands on their vehicles in a single week than most of us do in a month. Let's break down the practical benefits for service and delivery drivers. First off, there's no bulky camera hanging down blocking the passenger's view. It literally just looks like part of the car. Second, zero dangling wires to ruin the cabin aesthetic, which keeps your office looking spotless. Third, it gives you reliable, continuous recording for safety and liability. And finally, because it powers directly from the rearview mirror, it completely frees up the cigarette lighter. For a pro driver who needs that port to charge their phone or run GPS all day, that feature right there is absolutely worth its weight in gold. But hey, we don't just have to take the manufacturer's word for it. Let's look at Section 4, real driver success stories, case studies from the road. Take a look at this quote from a user named Steve Nicholson. He says, "It looks totally OEM, better fit than the original mirror housing I had removed. Totally plug-and-play installation." Now, speaking as a tech, hearing that an aftermarket part fits better than the original housing, that is high praise. It perfectly reinforces that factory finish we were just talking about. Then we have Norm King, who noted very sleek OEM-style design blends in like original equipment. The word sleek is absolutely key here. It seamlessly blends in. Your passengers won't even know it's there unless you specifically point it out to them. So how does this translate to the actual installation? Well, it's a 20-minute process. Step 1 is the real plug-and-play, connecting directly to the rear-view mirror power using plug-to-plug methods. Step 2, you just snap the new OEM-style housing into place in under 20 minutes. Actually, a user named Louise proved just how accessible this is. He stated it was super easy to install both the front and rear cameras in under 20 minutes, with easy instructions and great quality results. So yeah, you really don't need a whole garage full of tools or an electrical engineering degree to get this done.
And just to show you this isn't only for everyday commuters, check out this review from Randy. Camera works great on my 2022 RS5. Simple install and looks OEM. Recommended, A+. Now, the Audi RS5 is an incredibly high-end, high-performance vehicle. Owners of luxury cars are famously very meticulous about what they add to their vehicles. The fact that FITCAMX works perfectly and looks factory installed even on a luxury sports car, that speaks volumes about the build quality.
Which brings us to our final section today, Section 5, Everyday Driving Efficiency, Smart Connectivity and Recording. Because a dash cam can look amazing, but it ultimately has to perform its core job seamlessly to be worth your time, right? Well, according to user Mohammed, the video and image quality is very good and exceptionally clear. Plus, tying back to what we learned from Norm King's experience, the system utilizes an Android application that is incredibly easy to use. It makes building a connection between your cameras and actually accessing your footage totally painless. You aren't constantly fighting with tiny memory cards. It's just smart connectivity right to your phone. So, we've covered the absolute headache of traditional wiring, the massive range of custom OEM housings, the sheer efficiency for professional drivers, and of course, the super easy installation. I'm going to leave you with this final thought before I close up the shop for the day. Are you ready to upgrade your vehicle's security without sacrificing its factory finish? It really is an incredible time for automotive tech when we can achieve this level of integration right in our own driveways. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep your cars running clean, and I will see you next time.